And welcome into Bon Appetit. It's January, it's winter. The cold has gotten to us, but you know what? You made a resolution on January 1st that you're going to eat better. One of the things that you can do to help you eat better is to have some wonderful soups, especially in the wintertime. That's the good news. The bad news is a lot of times we don't put enough ingredients in there because those are the nutrients that go in the soup. Today we have with us David Barranco, the entrepreneur extraordinaire of Chappy's Deli.
I don't know about the extraordinaire or the entrepreneur.
I saw you cleaning my counter here
Well, there's just a little spot.
I thought so. You guys keep things nice and clean. And David, we were telling our viewers that obviously if you're going to have a soup, and that's something that seniors really enjoy, is a good bowl of soup, either in the evening if you don't want to eat real heavy, but make sure that you've got something in it to give you some nutrition also.
Exactly. And we've got a wide range of soups. Chicken and dumpling is a good one. It'll put a little more meat on your bones if you want something hearty. We've got chicken gumbo and lemon orzo, tomato bisque. But one of the favorites, and at this time of year especially, and you talk about nutrients and you talk about good for you, is our chicken and rice soup. And it is a staple this time of year.
And it's also something they prescribe to people when you've got a cold in the wintertime, is have some chicken soup.
That's exactly right.
It's an old Jewish thing.
Well, we try to get to all the doctors and tell them that chicken and rice soup has those magic healing properties.
Absolutely.
But it's fairly easy to make, but again, like everything, there's a little bit of art to it. And it starts with the broth, and we cook our chickens. We don't do any shortcuts with that with bouillon cubes, but it's the real thing.
Or there's broth obviously that comes in a container too.
No, those are banned from Chappy's Deli, and we get the chickens, of course, and prepare them, and then we put them in the big cooking pot or the kettle with celery and some of the leaves there we leave on there for the nutrients. We'll quarter up onions. We'll put varying spices in there, not black pepper yet because it turns the broth while it's cooking a little darker color that we don't do. So the broth is the key, and like you said, this time of year you can tell when cold and flu season is around. We'll get orders for give me a quart of chicken and rice soup and a quart of broth, and people like me just drink it. I mean, it is so good. But chicken and rice soup, that is a real easy thing to do, like I said, except for that little cooking process. And we, of course,
you're putting rice on the bottom of the bowl.
We do, and again, we do it in a big pot and make all of this together.
So the rice is cooked right with the broth at that point.
It is. The rice, we cook it, but we undercook it because it will continue to cook when you pour in the hot steamy broth, which this one's semi-steamy, and it's going to be real steamy. Now we put in ours, and again we'll add some pepper to it at this point, but we also put in celery.
Okay, celery is very good for you, by the way.
Oh, it is.
It gives you, especially in a soup, because a lot of people don't like to eat celery by itself. In fact, they try to put peanut butter on it, put all the stuff on it that's going to give you calories.
That's right.
If you chew a stalk of celery, you burn more calories than what you're putting in you.
Yeah, wow.
That's right.
Maybe we ought to put a celery stalk in this chicken and rice soup and give them some stuff. And then, of course, chicken. And again, that chicken has been flavored and hand-picked, and we have enough of it in there where you get your taste and your nutrients from it. One of our good buddies, Ed Conti, who you know, one day we were dishing him some, and it wasn't quite enough chicken, and he yelled back, "Untie the chicken." Well, we untie our chickens, and then but we always, if you ever have, where it's not enough, we'll bring it back to you, and we'll load it up for you. But typically, you get a good portion of a chicken breast in there.
And of course, at this particular point, there is some nutrient value in the broth.
Definitely.
You're going to get something of that. Plus the fact there's something about either that's in a chicken broth that kind of helps to clear out a little bit too. Then of course, the rice is your carbohydrate, but it does tend to fill you. So you're not going to go overboard with the rice. And then the chickens are going to give you that protein, and you do need to have protein. Make sure when you're doing soups, you've always putting a good protein in there. And then, like I say, the celery, it's one of those little treasures out there that you don't think much about it, but if you can use it in stuff like this, it's really great.
Exactly. And the combo effect, and then the taste that you get when that is all in there, It is. It's a meal, and a lot of people make this their meal, particularly on a cold day when it's.
So our viewers, you can get the soup to go at Chappy's. You can call them up, ask them what the soups are. Just order the one you want in different sizes. Take it home, eat as much as you want, put the rest in the refrigerator and heat it up a little bit later on if you're by yourself, or it's great to share.
That's right. It's good for days.
You now have 5 locations.
That's right.
You've got one in Prattville, one at Baptist South, then Perry Hill Road, Peppertree, and Auburn.
And Auburn, that's correct.
That rounds you out. Open 6 days a week, never on Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. We got to take care of him on that day.
We sure do. Give him thanks.
Absolutely, absolutely. And they're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 6 days a week. And we'll be right back right after this.